is amplification. That's the light source. And this is what they have been doing. I'm going to show you the times right now, and this is while I'm in the office, just repeatedly flying over back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This is ongoing group stalking. It's demonic, but this is the ongoing enhanced acts of terrorism and harassment. And understand it's not just the Los Angeles Police Department. This is nonetheless a state actor. They're in relevant position. That's 1814-2, group stalking with the state that's pacing by helicopter. 1814-2, those children are going to be removed. And that's not the first time they are engaging in the pattern of conduct with the state. That is, again, for a series of minutes, just flying back and forth, just like you see over the office, and increasing that amplified audible activity as I don't get up and go respond, all right? These minions are very, very psychotic. And you see how they're focused on where I'm located, and they are present in the path they're monitoring with minors. All right, this is what the entity is routinely doing, by the way. This is what's happening when you're living at a crime scene also. And I want to be clear, the people of the state that are group stalking in relevant position are also monitoring with minors and via minors, okay? This is a perpetual sex offender that engages in that pattern of conduct with minors. This is specifically 1814-2, who is living in relevant position. That is the malice of the entity, engaging in terrorism that I just documented right now on video. She's going to federal prison while her minor children are participating in a criminal system where she is posing an exceptional threat to the life and physical safety of one, where she's living in relevant position, operating in the state's criminal system. All right, and that is against Susana Martinez, and those are minor children where she is engaged in what is criminal facilitation and acting with the state via and in concert with those under the age of majority. And I want to be clear, the people of the state are all group stalking and monitoring while the state hovers and patrols over my office, okay? It's currently 12:03 p.m. And that is P.O.C., but I want to give you the time frame because I specifically and I intentionally stayed inside of my office while that entity was doing just like you saw. And the moment that I come out, that's when the entity flies away. Okay, but what they've been doing, this is impossible light. The entity wants to touch you with light while you walk in and out of entrances. And the entity continuously, so it's 12:03 right now, and the entity engaging in this ongoing pacing conduct at 11:48, 11:50 p.m. and continuously doing so while I am working on I'm working on rents for these group stalkers that haven't paid their rent yet. It's 12:04 p.m. And again, that's the pattern of conduct. The entity is aware of the fact and wants to engage in some sort of like it's bothering. They intend to torment. These are psychopaths that know that they're being documented and are awaiting federal prosecution. They don't want to be caught on video, but at the same time, they engage in this pattern in order to get some sort of reaction. It's very, very demented. Other than federal prosecution. And now this is the Los Angeles Police Department that's also crossing the path. All right, but like I said, the entity was engaging in hovering over the office, and exactly as I walk out, that's when they fly away. All right, this is LAPD engaging in the maintenance of presence, and that's under the light source in the engineered light. Now, do not be fooled by this, because what you're looking at right now is crossing path at this moment. They're always stalking in the path. All right, just like you saw the roof workers here, that was audible activity in engineered light. And the stalkers that are LAPD, they remain in relevant position. They don't go anywhere. All you did was witness them engaging what is crossing path directly over in relevant position, as though the entity is not concerned. You already know that they're group stalkers, and they're very violent and highly demented psychopaths. All right, so you're talking about being surrounded with the pattern of conduct, so acting in conformity to a pattern of conduct in an entirely different region. That's beyond a consequence. And then as I capture what is stalking in a helicopter and then flying off because they actually don't want to be captured doing that, you're engaging in what is flying over in order to suggest that you weren't already stalking. This is why I have dozens and dozens of videos and images of them. They're always present, group stalking. Like I said, the tactic is to amplify helicopter activity when they want to communicate a threat directly. The Los Angeles Police Department does not take arrests from stalking. This is a state system, and it's ceaselessly underway. You also know that from the environment. That's why you have impossible light activity present at all times, day and night, that which is not a product of the natural environment. This is a state system that's in operation and done in concert with those under the age of majority. And that's exactly what LAPD, that's also why Susana Martinez is going to federal prison. All right, she doesn't have to be here in the path. The minors that she's living at the crime scene with are monitoring with the state, terrorizing and tormenting another by virtue of their presence in the engineered light, which is the operation of a malicious system that the people of the state are acting with the state in, okay? It is currently 12:06 p.m. and I wanted to document that. I want you to look at the pattern of conduct in possible light. appearing on inside of the depths of a dark hallway. That's impossible light activity. This covers the property. All right, so underage third-party group stalkers are engaging in what is presence. It's just logging in the event that, by the way, I walk out, they are in the path, but they can be anywhere. When you're living in relevant position in the engineered light, it's ongoing systematic monitoring. Anywhere that I walk, I'm surrounded. They do that with children. Federal group stalking and monitoring is a sex offense committed by an entity. They do that with children. Okay, so I just want to make sure I point that out. As I walk out, the entity was engaging in maintaining presence, just flying back and forth like the demons that they are. At the moment that I walk outside, they fly off. They're not ceasing the pattern of conduct. They're ceasing from remaining within my view of the camera. They're still group stalking and creating the elements of monitoring while they fly off. The people of the state are ceaselessly engaged in the system. And Los Angeles Police Department engaged in what is the crossing a path on camera. They're still stalking right now. They don't cease that pattern of conduct. They do so on camera as though that's suggesting that they weren't already in relevant position in group stalking. Understand the intent behind what they are engaged in. They are way far behind with regard to the analytical framework of being prosecuted for federal group stalking and monitoring. All right. Everything about the environment is letting you know that it's a ceaseless system. Everything about what I've documented about the Los Angeles Police Department is indicating that it's a ceaseless system. All right. I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you have light that's appearing on the ceiling, just like you saw, by the way, during the day. My shadow up on the ceiling, not a product of sunlight. And again, let's go back. While you see the entity stalking by helicopter and doing so, group stalking and monitoring via children, this is the light source that remains present. And it's currently 12:08 p.m. This is P.O.C.